You can't fix what you don't measure. Peter Drucker said it, and let's be honest, he was the GOAT of management. If you're not tracking your KPIs, you're not leading, you're guessing. And in today's world, guessing is a great way to end up broke, burnt out, and wondering why your team is Googling jobs with better bosses. Today, we're breaking down the 36 KPIs every CEO needs to track. And no, it's not just about your business. We're measuring everything, your business, your leadership, and yes, even your personal life, because spoiler, they're all connected. Oh, and we're throwing in AI to the mix, because if you're still doing this manually, like, what are you even doing? So if you're a CEO, business owner, or someone trying to run your life like a well-oiled machine, this guide is going to give you a clear roadmap. Okay, we're diving into the 36 KPIs that every leader needs to measure, not just for the business, but for their leadership and personal life. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so business KPIs, the foundation of success. Let's start with growth and profitability. So we want to focus on here is the revenue growth rate. Are sales actually growing, or are you just hyping yourself up? Then we get into the net profit margin. Are you keeping any of that money, or is it disappearing into expenses? And then we have gross margin. How efficiently are you making money after covering production costs? Then we have operating margin, which a lot of people misconstrue. So what's left after all expenses? Because barely breaking even isn't a flex. Now let's go into the efficiency metrics. Inventory turnover. Are your products selling, or are they just chilling in a warehouse like it's expired yogurt? Accounts receivable turnover. How fast are you collecting payments, or are you basically giving out interest-free loans? ROAS, return on assets. Are you making the most out of what you own? ROE, return on equity. Are you giving your investors a reason to stick around? Debt to equity ratio. Are you balancing debt responsibly, or are you one bad quarter away from a disaster? Working capital ratio. Can you cover your short-term bills without calling your bank? Now let's get into team performance. Overhead rate. Are you running lean, or are you overspending on snacks and swag? Employee productivity. Is your team actually working, or are they just attending meetings that could have been emails? Now let's get into customer success. Your customer retention rate. Are your customers sticking around, or are they leaving faster than a bad Tinder match? Churn rate. How many customers are you losing and why? Lifetime value. What's each customer worth over time? Customer acquisition costs or client acquisition costs. How much are you spending to get in new customers or clients? Business KPIs give you the pulse of your company. They answer key questions like, are we growing? Are we profitable? Are we wasting money on things that don't work? Without these metrics, you're guessing, and guessing is expensive. Now let's get into those leadership KPIs to figure out if you're actually leading. Cash conversion cycle. You can also see this as CCC. How quickly can you turn investments into cash? Earnings before interest and taxes. EBIT. How profitable are you before taxes and other expenses? Net promoter score. NPS. Are customers recommending you, or are they roasting you online? Here's where AI comes in. Use Power IB or Tableau to track these metrics automatically. Want to know why your churn rate sucks? Ask ChatGPT to analyze customer feedback. Need to predict cash flow? AI tools like Anaplan can do it faster than your finance team. So Greg thought his revenue growth rate was great, but Greg wasn't tracking gross margin. So he didn't realize that his costs were eating up all his profits. By the time he noticed, it was too late. AI could have flagged this in just 2 seconds, but Greg thought he didn't need KPIs. Now Greg is selling his inventory on Craigslist. Don't be Greg. Now let's talk about leadership KPIs. These metrics show you if you're leading a team or just micromanaging them into burnout. Let's get into 360-degree feedback. So what you want to do is gather honest feedback from your team using tools like Culture Amp for anonymous data collection. What we want to figure out is, are people comfortable giving you honest feedback, or are they too scared to say anything? And then we have the employee engagement score. This measures if your employees are motivated and connected to the mission. You want to get real honest, and this score is going to tell you, are your employees motivated, or are they just showing up for the paycheck? And then we have your retention rate. This tracks how well you're keeping great talent within your organization. Are people staying because they love the culture, or are they here because they're stuck? Then we have the innovation index. This assesses if your team is encouraged to innovate or is stuck in autopilot mode. Now we also have succession planning. So do you have a plan for who steps up if you're hit by a bus? Or leadership development ROI. Are your training programs actually working, or are they just expensive team building exercises? Then we have communication effectiveness. Do people understand your vision, or are they decoding your emails like ancient scrolls? We also got decision making speed. Are you decisive, or are you wasting time overthinking every decision? Your leadership is the glue that holds your team together. If your leadership KPIs are weak, your team won't trust you, follow you, or stick around. These metrics help you evaluate if you're building a culture people want to be a part of. Now, here's where AI can save the day. Use tools like Culture Amp to gather anonymous feedback. Let AI analyze employee sentiment so you can address issues before they blow up. Need help with decision making? ChatGPT can break down options and suggest solutions. Karen thought her team loved her. Turns out they were just scared of her. After introducing AI-powered surveys, Karen got hit with the cold, hard truth. She used that feedback to improve, and now her team is thriving. The lesson here is if you're not tracking leadership KPIs, your team might be planning your replacement. Now, finally, let's talk about personal KPIs, because if you're not okay, your business won't be either. Let's break it down. Personal learning and growth. Are you getting better every day? Time management efficiency. Are you focusing on what matters or just being busy? Work-life balance. Are you burning out or actually enjoying life? Stress management. Are you handling challenges or cracking under pressure? Health and wellness score. Are you taking care of yourself or surviving on caffeine and denial? Personal financial health. Are your finances stable or are you overspending to look successful? Relationship success. Are you maintaining healthy relationships or neglecting the people who matter? Your self-awareness score. Are you the problem? Be honest. Your personal health, growth, and mindset are the foundation of your success as a leader. If you're burnout, disorganized, or disconnected, it'll show in your business and team. These KPIs help ensure you're taking care of yourself while leading others. And AI can help here too. Use Motion AI to optimize your schedule. Track your wellness with apps like Noom or Whoop. Let journaling apps like Reflectly help you process your feelings. Bobby thought working 80-hour weeks made him a hero. Spoiler, it made him a hospital patient. After using AI to delegate tasks and manage stress, Bobby turned his life around. And the lesson here is if you're not tracking your personal KPIs, you're setting yourself up for failure. Now, here's the deal. These 36 KPIs will show you the truth about your business, leadership, and life. AI will make it actionable, but you have to do the work. Track them, improve them, and use them to create a roadmap that doesn't just build a business, it builds a legacy. And if you found this helpful, share it with the Gregs, Karens, and Bobbies in your life. They need it more than you do. And I want to give you actionable feedback on implementing this guide. So what I want you to do is to start small. Just pick one KPI from each category, business, leadership, or personal. Use the AI tools. So automate the tracking and analysis wherever possible. Review it regularly. Schedule a weekly check-in to assess progress. And adjust your approach based on the insights that you get and tweak your strategy. The main focus is that you don't stop and you go deeper over time, and you gradually expand to tracking all 36 KPIs. Your KPIs are your compass. Tracking these 36 KPIs isn't just about hitting targets, it's about building a business, leadership style, and life you're proud of. With the help of AI, you can make this process faster, smarter, and more actionable. Comment below and I'll send you this guide so you can start measuring what matters and take your success to the next level. Drop in the comments what KPI you want to be tracking, and let's brainstorm in the comments how this can best serve you.